Okay, let's talk about your controversial issue common assessment assignment. Be sure you've got your notes out and something to write with. So here's the assignment. You are going to create a PSA, and leading up to that PSA, you're going to research, write an annotated bibliography while researching, outline, edit, and then eventually publish a PSA. The point of your PSA is to make an argument about an important topic to the general public and achieve a purpose of either calling to action or affecting a change in the beliefs of the citizens who are listening. Note, I am a citizen who's listening. The class is a citizen who's listening. So keep your audience in mind. Your PSA should persuade your audience, so me and the rest of the class, by whatever means necessary. Appeals to pathos, logos, or ethos, as is appropriate to your topic. So consider whether it's something where logic or emotion might be more important. Okay, let's get to the assignment. Adley, can you help us out with the assignment?
Sure. You will have a variety of topics to choose from that all have vetted, credible resources. All topics are relevant to modern-day life. Reasonable arguments can be made of both sides of the issue and are designed to enhance your understanding of the outside world. Consider choosing a topic that you are interested in and curious about but not an expert on. Expand your horizons.
So I'm going to actually give you a list of topics is what that means. And these topics have been pre-approved by me and our fabulous librarian. If you don't see a topic you're interested in, consider these criteria and come talk to me later. Let's talk about grading. Okay, so there's 3 different parts to this. There's the annotated bibliography, the outline, and the PSA video. They're each worth 75 points. Well, that's Charlie you hear in the background. You can take a look at the criteria and click on each rubric outside of this video. All right, let's get into each part. Annotated bibliography. Hopefully you remember a little bit about that last year. The purpose is to document and assess research sources you will likely use to create your outline in PSA. So you're going to, number 1, use a lot of variety of databases. We're going to start with opposing viewpoints, and then you'll scan your source. So say you find an article in opposing viewpoints and see if it has potential use for your outline. If it doesn't, no, move on. Don't take notes on it and try to make it work. Don't include it in your bibliography. If you do think it has potential use for your outline, include it in your bibliography and annotate it. Then go find another source and do the same thing all over again. You're going to need a total of 5 sources in your annotated bibliography for an A. So Ada, can you help us with how to create not just the bibliography but the annotations? Because number 1, you're going to cite the source that you find in your bibliography, but the important part is the annotation. So tell me about number 2.
Okay. Number 2. Below this citation, write a 3 to 5 sentence paragraph that A. briefly summarizes the source. Look for the source's abstract if possible. B. Describes the author's credibility and reliability. You may have to research the article or publisher to find this information. C. Clarifies how you can plan this source in your outline or PSA.
How you plan to use this source.
Oh, okay.
That needed emphasis. Is okay. In your outline
or PSA, i.e. to support reason 1 as an emotional introduction, etc. 3. Check out this guide and example.
Don't click on it now because I haven't hyperlinked it, and we're going to spend all day tomorrow just on annotated bibliographies. It's important that you understand criteria A, B, and C that go into the annotation. Okay, let's talk about the outline. So the purpose of the outline is to draft the persuasive reasoning, evidence, and rebuttal you're likely to use in your PSA videos. It is exactly what it sounds like, a draft outline of all possible reasons you could put in your PSA. So here's how you're going to do it. At this point, you've done your annotated bibliography, you've done a ton of research. So number 1, you're going to use the sources gathered from your annotated bib to select evidence that make a convincing argument for your side of your issue. And then 2, you're going to create an outline with all that stuff. That's a lot of listing stuff. So let's just go to the next slide and take a look at a template. So check out this template for help. Go ahead and click that lovely resource. And what this resource takes you to is a handout that on page 1 has a description of all of the assignments I'm talking about in this video, and 2 has a template for your outline. So zoom if you need to, but you're going to start with an introduction that includes a main thesis that has your stance on the issue. You're going to then do argument 1 that has a support thesis and 2 convincing pieces of evidence and commentary for that reason that we should support your side of the argument. And then argument 2 will have a support thesis and 2 CDs and commentary that have another persuasive reason we should support your side of the argument. Then 2 smaller paragraphs. You'll have a rebuttal to the other side's argument with just 1 CD and commentary, and a second rebuttal to their second reason with just 1 CD and commentary. And then you'll end with a nice tight conclusion that ties back to your attention getter and includes a call to action or change of beliefs, which hits the purpose for your PSA. So that's the outline. The point of the outline, again, is to draft all possible reasonings and rebuttals for your PSA. So let's talk about your PSA. What is a PSA, Adelie?
A public service announcement is a specific type of advertisement. Makes an argument, positive, negative, or otherwise, about an issue important to the general public. Achieves a purpose of simulating public action on an issue of affecting change in belief of citizens.
Thank you. So it's basically an advertisement. Yours is going to be 1 minute or less that supports your side of an issue. So take a second to click on this professional example on texting and driving outside of this video. As you watch, look at argument or stance on texting and driving, 2 convincing reasons given, what was the purpose, what are they trying to get you to do or believe, and last but not least, is it mainly ethos, pathos, or logos used as a rhetorical appeal? Okay, so that was a pretty great PSA. It is a professionally done PSA. So here are some samples done by students to give you an idea of the expectation. Go ahead and click through numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4. They're labeled by the tools being used. These are not the only tools that you have available. Please, please, please use things like WeVideo, Vimeo, iMovie, anything that you have in your toolbox that makes a beautiful visual. As you click through them, you can probably tell which ones are more successful than others. Please take note of what makes a more successful video. Okay, it's time to request a topic. Oh, did I mention you're going to do this with a partner? Yay! So first you're going to request a partner. So, Ada, what should they do first?
1. Review the topic list linked here. 2.
Whoa, not yet. So let's take a look at that topic list real quick. The topic list is formatted like this. There's a topic like restrictions on food and beverages, i.e. sodas on school campuses. That's the topic. And then there's an essential question. Should schools restrict the food and beverages that are sold on school campuses? That's the question. The pro side will be a yes answer to the question. The con side will be the no answer to the question. Pay specific attention to the EQs on each topic, because especially when you get to the more controversial ones, like medical marijuana or abortion, you're looking at only very specific parts of that issue. That's a lot of whispering too. Don't worry, it's just Charlie and Adelie. Once you've reviewed the list, come back here and then do what, Ada, number 2?
No. Request your top 2 topics by linking on this link.
Well, don't actually lick it. Just click on this link. And it's an easy Google form to request your top 2. Again, pay really close attention to those essential questions. All right, bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
You want to say bye? You got to say it loud.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.